Greetings, comrades, and welcome to a Final Fantasy Crack-Up Pack. So there is a draft here tonight in New Glasgow. Format seems pretty fun, even though I went like 1-2 last night and haven't having great success. Things have been fun. And the games have been really close. It's not like I've been like, oh, you stink, right? Like, no, the games have been really close. It's... Alright. So I really enjoyed. Let's see. Instant Ramen. 2 colorless for a flash when it enters your draw card and you sack it, gain 3 life. This is perfectly fine. I think a lot of the decks in the... wow. Nope, that's not the word. Decks in the Esper area, like this card. Probably a C. You can play it. It's fine, but I think Esper would be the home for this. Right, I'm going to switch this over like this. You think after doing so many I would know what I'm doing, but I do not. Alright, Magic Pot. 3 colorless. Artifact creature. Goblin construct. It's a 1/4. When it dies, create a treasure token, and you can pay 2 and tap it to exile card from a graveyard. The exile card from a graveyard is not irrelevant, but I still would not be happy playing this card. This is a D. It just doesn't do enough. Alright. Dreams of Luguana. 1 blue, 1 colorless. Surveil 1, then draw a card, and flashback for a blue and 3 colorless. Again, this is fine. I think the flashback is really important because there's a spells that cost 4 or more theme in blue and red. Probably a C. Like, I'm not looking to pick this, but I'm happy to play it in blue-red or blue-black control, I think. Alright. Gallicat, whatever. Big Mover Upper is what I call this card. 1 white, 2 colors for 1/3 Flying Vig, and if you control 2 or more artifacts, each creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Big Mover Upper. White blues in artifact theme. White red has lots of equipment kicking around. This is like a C+. I'm very happy to have this in my deck. My opponent, like I just did, white-red versus white-red matchup, and my opponent got this, and it was very... I had to save a removal spell to deal with this when they put an equipment on it. I also think flying is very good in this set. You do need to have quite a few artifacts, though, because you do want the 3/3 of it. That being said, that's not difficult to do, but if you're in, like, white-green, this probably isn't for you. White-black may or may not be. But C+. Alright, Town Greeter. 1 green, 1 colorless for 1/1. When it enters, mill 4 cards, and you may put a land up from among them in your hand. If you put a town card into your hand this way, gain 2 life. So I played the Towns deck Friday night. Again, the games were close, but I wasn't really impressed with it. Like, I got 2 rares and 3 town uncommons in the green-blue colors. So, like, I felt it was fairly open. I would have liked to draft it differently. I think if I would have, because I splashed some other colors with Blitzball, I think if I was more focused in towns and even splashing black for that reanimate spell, probably would have done it a bit better. And I think Town Greeter would be a C+ in that deck. Like, he's fine. He's probably supposed to be for the towns, and then the green-black graveyard deck. He's still fine in the other decks, too. Probably C+. I would take the cat over him, though, I believe. Let's get rid of these 2 cards. Light of Judgment. Oh, look, it's my favorite God Jester. 1 red, 4 colorless. For an instant, deal 6 damage to target creature. Destroy 1 equipment attached to that creature. This is a classic, like C-, D+, 5 mana red removal spell. You're not looking forward to play it, but sometimes you have to. The only thing I would say is, like, if they have a super bomb, it's probably like a C in the sideboard, though, if they have, like, a super bomb job select equipment spell, it's a great way to get even on that, but probably D+. Probably, I'm not looking forward to put that in my deck. Alright, Range Treachery is 1 black, 1 colorless. Instant, kicker, you sacrifice an artifact creature, gets -2/-2, and if the spell was kicked, -6/-6. We've seen this before, it's a very good card. Probably B-. Probably should be my pick out of these. I think you're fine starting in either of these colors. There's been some trash talk about starting in red. I don't know if that's true or not. I would definitely first pick a Thundera. Apparently it's the support color of the set. Makes sense, actually, from what I've seen. Don't know if that's true or not, small sample size, but it makes sense. Alright, so we have a town. All these towns are lands that enter tap for a green-white. These are all C+s in the town, I think. And then in the town decks, you want ones that touch green or blue. So, yeah, still a C+. And then if you're in green-white, you should pick this over just any average playable, just to make your mana better. Alright. I played Final Fantasy, but I can't pronounce these things. Airham, 1 black, 2 colorless for a 2/2 flying death touch, and for 3 make a second other creature or artifact and draw a card. This is fine. I think this is a C. I would take the Treachery over him to begin with, but I think this is a fine playable card. I don't think you'll be upset playing him. Alright, Omega Heartless Evolution. 1 blue, 1 green, 5 colorless. So this is, I had 2 copies of him in my deck last night, and he has Wave Cannon. When he enters, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target non-land permanent that opponent controls. Put X stun counters on each of those permanents, and you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. So in this set, your non-basics are towns, which is fine. That's there for commander and otherwise other things. Even though he was a big play, he never stabilized me. And I don't know if that's just me in a small sample size. Either way, like I said, I don't think the Towns deck is the premium. I was happy ending up with it. If I ended up in the Towns deck again, I'd do it. And in that case, I'd take him. But I'm certainly not first picking this guy and trying to go into the Ramp Towns deck. Alright. Garth Tai. 1 white, 4 colors for a 3/5 Cat Archer with Reach. Reach is very important. Flying's very good in this set. And whenever one or more other creature or artifacts you control dice, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. This has to be a B-. I know it's expensive, but just, you know, the stats are fairly decent. And just being able to attack with like a 2/1 equipped creature to be able to draw a card or them take 2 is very good. Yeah, so probably B-, maybe a B. I'm probably taking her over Gale Cat right now. And the Treachery. Alright. Gaius Von Belsar. 2 black, 2 colors for legendary creature, human soldier. When he enters, choose 1. Each player sacrifices a token creature. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature. Or each player sacrifices an enchantment. So in order to play him, you want to be able to break the symmetry. So you want them to have, a token creature. You can't really do non-token creature because he's a non-token creature, or an enchantment. I think he's C+, B-. I wouldn't take. I start with Treachery. I'd start with her over him. So yeah. All right. The Emperor of Palamasa. Legendary creature, wizard, human, noble. It's a 2/2 for 2. All right, like that. Tapped, add blue or red. Spell this mana only cast a non-creature spell. Good. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it. Transform it. And it transforms to the Lord Master of Hell. Awesome. Starfall. When he attacks, deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. This is probably a B. Probably B+ in colors. The only thing I'm not sure is if I want to first pick a 2-color card or not. I don't think this is a super splashy format. Like, we're coming off Dragons where the mana was fantastic, and I think the mana here is not very good at all. Probably a B. I don't know if I'm taking him over either of these two right now, though. But we'll see. And the rare is Machinist Arsenal. So it's an artifact equipment for 5 mana. Oh boy. Job select. Alright, so the job select is when the equipment enters, you make a 1/1 hero and attach the equipment to it, so it is a creature. It's a very good mechanic, actually. The equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artifact in addition to its own or other type. Alright, so it's coming down as at least a 3/3 for 5, and then equip 4. I think this is B+. You can first pick it, and there are lots of artifacts in white you can take, making this thing absolutely phenomenal. And then the equip 4 isn't even unreasonable. So I think it's, and I got a hero, so I think it's that. Between these 3, I'm not sure. I mean, that sounds like what I want to do, but that might not be right. It might be her, it might be the removal, but it is easily the Machinist Arsenal here. Alright, so hope to see some of you at the draft tonight. This is Andre Aguides Desjardins signing off.